Good evening and welcome to Justeventonline News at 9. I am Anifat Ismail. The news headlines. Tinubu opens Abuja barracks, promise better soldiers' welfare. Emir of Ilorin Harps on unity as Dr. Tunji Nagode Turbaned as forced down Amanan Gari. Family demands autopsy result. Seeks justice for Olatunji. Shettima seeks WEF collaboration on gas pipeline, Lake Chad recharge. Federal government approves $4 billion cash transfer for vulnerable households. Steel Ministry denies budget infraction, rebutes National Assembly claims. NELFUND says $116.1 billion loan disbursed to students. Federal government to build 10,000 housing units for healthcare workers. NAFDAC destroys $1.36 billion fake and expired products. NSCDC vows tougher times for illegal miners. Now the news in details. President Bola Tinubu has assured the Nigerian Armed Forces that his administration will never compromise on the welfare of troops. He promised that he will continue to provide whatever needed to ease the job of the troops, as well as commit more resources to improve their welfare. The president spoke at the inauguration of the Bola Tinubu barracks in Abuja. He therefore charged them to ensure adequate maintenance culture to keep the accommodation. The Emir of Ilorin, Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Zulu Gambari, has officially turbaned Dr. Abdulkadir Tunji Nagode as the first Dan Amanan Gari of Ilorin Emirate. During the ceremony, the Emir charged Dr. Nagode to use his new title to further serve humanity and contribute to the propagation of unity and oneness within Ilorin and Kwara State. The Emir, who is also the chairman of the Kwara State Council of Emirs and Obas, expressed delight over Dr. Nagode's selection, describing it as well deserved. He emphasized the need for unity of purpose among elites, regardless of political affiliations, to foster the collective progress of the emirate. The traditional ruler also offered prayers for the sons and daughters of Ilorin Emirate, beseeching Allah to elevate them to enviable positions and bring glory to the community. The ceremony, held on Friday at the Emir's Palace, was attended by prominent personalities from within and outside the state, including the representative of Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, Honorable Abdulrazak Jida, Gaski Gari, Honorable Abdulgani Yukuk Olododo, Chairman of Ilorin South, Honorable Podo and Malam Baba Abdulrazak. Others were Honorable Lukman Mustafa, Honorable Mashood Mustafa, Olaolu Alisan, Delebe Gore, Ambassador Ahmad Zulugambari, among others. The family of Olatunji and the Balogun Fulani community in Ilorin Kwara State are seeking justice for the death of the son who died in police custody on December 20th, 2024. The family said, despite the autopsy result being released 2 weeks ago, the Kwara State Police have refused to provide them a copy, alleging that the police are trying to manipulate the results and change the narrative regarding the cause of his death. In a press conference held on Friday at the NUJ Center, Ilorin, Mr. Olabi, who is the convener of Justice for Olatunji, on behalf of the family, demanded immediate release of the autopsy result and for the perpetrators to be charged to court.
The family is mourning, in pain and traumatized, leaving them to face their fate. How long shall we allow innocent citizens to suffer in the hand of unprofessional policemen who don't care about citizens but rather extort, brutalize, and ill-treat them? We are calling on National Assembly to help investigate and look holistically on this case, to help in this horrible, terrible, and inhuman situation. Because if we leave them without being punished, I'm afraid Nigeria is sleeping on the time bomb, which will soon explode in the hand of some unprofessional police officer.
They also called on the Inspector General of Police to transfer the case out of Kwara, believing that the police are delaying the investigation and cannot be trusted to handle it fairly. They equally begged Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak to intervene and help the family get justice.
The report is out. And what we have in the report clearly stated that our man, Olatunji's death was not as a result of him hanging himself. They are hiding justice. They are hiding the truth. And in a short while, they will tell us, police are your friends. Our police are our friends. The unfriendly attitude of the police in this part of the country is capable of sending wrong signals to us, the citizens, that with police, justice can never be attained or achieved or witnessed at all.
Vice President Kashim Shettima has called for a partnership with the World Economic Forum to advance two critical projects: the African Atlantic Gas Pipeline and the recharging of Lake Chad. Speaking during a bilateral meeting with WEF President Borge Brende on the sidelines of the ongoing WEF annual meeting in Davos, Switzerland, Shettima highlighted the project's potential to address regional energy needs, food security, and economic development. In a statement issued by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President, Stanley Uwokocha, Shettima said the pipeline will transport natural gas from Nigeria to North Africa and Europe and is expected to improve energy security and economic growth in the region. The federal government has approved 4 billion naira for conditional cash transfers to vulnerable households in Nigeria. During the launch of the 2025 Nigeria Humanitarian Needs and Response Plan at the United Nations House in Abuja on Thursday, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Professor Nentawe Yiwada, announced the interventions to address the country's deepening humanitarian crisis. The move, according to him, is expected to support at least 10 million displaced households, primarily targeting the most vulnerable members of the society. The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Steel Development, Dr. Chris, has rejected accusations of budget infractions in the ministry's 2024 budget implementation following allegations raised by members of the National Assembly. In a statement on Friday, He addressed the claims of ghost projects and procurement irregularities, clarifying that the ministry has not had sufficient funds to effectively carry out its planned projects for the year. He expressed confusion over the source of the allegations and reiterated that the Ministry of State Development has fully adhered to the established civil service rules that govern budget execution. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund has announced that it had disbursed 116.18 billion naira to support students and educational institutions across the country as of January 1st, 2025. Speaking before the National Assembly Joint Committee on Tertiary Institutions and NELFUND in Abuja, NELFUND Managing Director Akintunde Sawyer disclosed that the agency received a 58.4 billion naira budget allocation for the 2025 fiscal year. Sawyer revealed that out of the total disbursed amount, 37.7 billion naira was allocated to loans for institutions of learning. The federal government has announced plans to build 10,000 housing units under the renewed Hope Medic Cities initiative. The project, which is being led by the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development in collaboration with the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, the Federal Ministry of Health, and the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, aim to provide affordable and decent housing for medical professionals across the country. Housing Minister Ahmed Dangiwa revealed the plan during a meeting with the leadership of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors on Thursday in Abuja. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has destroyed fake, adulterated, and unregistered foods, drugs, and cosmetic products worth about 1 billion naira seized in the Federal Capital Territory. The products were destroyed at the Kuje dump site in the territory. In a brief remark during the exercise, the Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, said the destruction exercise was a crucial and routine operation that the agency conducts across all the zones of the Federation. The Security and Civil Defense Corps mining marshals have unveiled the strategic operational plans for 2025, focusing on intensified field operations, strengthened regulatory compliance, and a renewed campaign against illegal mining activities. In addition, the marshals aim to deepen collaborations with the Mining Cadastral Office to enhance the effectiveness of the mandate. This was contained in a statement signed by the Corps spokesperson, Babawale Afolabi, on Thursday. And that will be all on Justeventonline News at 9. Here's the recap of the story. Tinubu opens Abuja barracks, promise better soldiers' welfare. Emir of Ilorin Harps on unity as Dr. Tunji Nagode, Turbaned as forced than Amanan Gari. Family demands autopsy result. Seeks justice for Olatunji. Shettima seeks WAF collaboration on gas pipeline, Lake Chad recharge. Federal government approves 4 billion cash transfer for vulnerable households. Steel Ministry denies budget infraction, rebutes National Assembly claims. NELFUND says 116.1 billion loan disbursed to students. Federal government to build 10,000 housing units for healthcare workers. NAFDAC destroys 1.86 billion fake and expired drugs. NSCDC vows tougher times for illegal miners. Thank you for watching Justeventonline News. Each and every stage has its own impact and its challenges for lessons to be learned. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com, and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with a tab at Justeventonline. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I am Ismail. Good night.